For someone that wants to get into the industry, you already talked about the traits. You have to be artistic, you have to be vocal, you have to be organized and all these different things, but how do you actually go through the motions of having a company and being a wedding planner? Module 2. Let's find out how you can get started, whether it's earning a certification or possibly doing an internship.
My vote is for to intern with the company. I think that's the best way. Had I thought initially about being an event planner, I think I would have loved to have been an intern. We get interns at Hustle and Bustle, and I feel like so many of them come and they're so excited. They just know like they want to do event planning. They love weddings, and so we have them come to a wedding, and it's completely not for them.
Yeah.
You know, they work the whole day, and they don't realize how much work it actually is. And then you get interns that come and they work the entire day and they love it.
Yeah.
They love it even more than they thought they were going to. But I feel like it works both ways. You either love it or you hate it, and interning is the best way to find that out.
And I agree with that, interning, and as well as if you can get a job at a hotel in the catering and sales department. I think that's a really good way too, because then you get to understand the flow of how the events work. You know what I mean? Like, so down to the catering and the setup and the layout and all of that. That's a really good way too, because like you said, I've had interns that I've hired and they get into it and they think they just see the glitz and the glamour of everything.
Would you say you need the certification or schooling to get in?
No.
Same here. No. Work hard.
You need, you just need to make sure you what you're doing and you're confident.
For wedding planning, it depends. Like, I found my education to be very helpful, but that's also because I went to a university that emphasized hospitality. You know, there's not many hospitality management programs, but if you do find a great one, I would suggest it because it gives you such a great background knowledge on hotels, restaurants, and just service, you know? But I wouldn't say it's required. I wouldn't say it's critical to making your career successful.
What are some useful resources and tools one can use in wedding planning?
I mean, to be honest, Google is your best friend. If you don't know the answer to something, do your research on it, and most of the time you can find your answers from just researching and even asking other people in the industry, or wedding websites like theknot.com have so much information.
Pinterest is great, and a lot of people roll their eyes at Pinterest, but I personally love Pinterest. What I love is for brides to look at Pinterest, find an idea that they love, but fine tune it to make it into something different for them.
Honestly, I think what's necessary to get into this industry is actually attending events. Attend events, get to know some of the vendors at those events, because sometimes the vendors are still there and they stay, they don't just drop off and leave. But attend the events and actually do really good research and reach out to other event planners or other vendors to see what they do. Just see what they do, and even ask if you can tag along.
You are well on your way. Now let's move on to your services.
Everything is based on budget. Like, for instance, if you come to me and you say, Renee, how much would you charge me to throw an event for my company? I have about 50 employees and yada, 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 right? And the first thing I'm gonna ask you is what's your budget, because I can tell you that my fee is $50,000.